Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new California Lottery $2 double match ticket. This is part of the February 2024 series of tickets coming out in California. And this one is a number match, but there's a little bit more than that to it. This is one of those tickets where you have to be sure and scratch your prize amounts, because if you can match if you can get three like prize amounts, you win that amount of money as well. I kind of like this style of ticket because it gives you a little bit more play on your ticket. But that's about how you play it. Now, here on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the California Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 4.25, and cash odds are 1 in 6.45. Looks like you can win anywhere from $2 to $20,000 on this game. And yeah, looking at the rest of the prize structure, nothing too crazy stands out. So we'll talk about taxes. In California, any prize over $5,000, they are going to automatically take out 24% in taxes. I don't view that tax money as part of the value of the game, and so that is going to affect how I view the top prize. So instead of $20,000 at the top, I'm going to view this as $15,200. And so with that adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 67 and 68%. That does not meet the minimum 70% payout that we look for all tickets. States can make plenty of money in that 70% range, so there's never a reason for a state to put out a ticket for less than 70% payout. And so, yeah, I mean, this payout is just too low for a $2 ticket. So I would probably stay away from this one just because I don't like that payout number. But we do need to mention one thing about the payout is that the 67% payout does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not many people are going to be winning, which means very few people are even going to see the 67% payout. So what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning those top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $40 price, the $40 prize. So if you are, I don't recommend playing this game, but if you are playing it, when you do win, you are going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $2 and $40. And there at the $40 prize level, there is a split. It's about 28.72, so a little more than a quarter. So 28% of these $40 prizes will be included here in the bottom 99% of prizes. These are the ones that are available to all people. The other 72% of these, though, the large majority, are going to be included here in the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really hard to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and it's about 1 in every 425 tickets that would have a top 1% prize on it. So that means you're in about $850 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. So that's important information to note if you are considering playing this game. So because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we are going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 57 and 58%. Again, this has not reached the minimum 60% payout that we look for all tickets. Yeah, I mean, just because a ticket has a payout, has a bottom 99% payout below 60%, doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad ticket, but it is going to be a rough ticket on the average player. I tend to steer clear of tickets that have a bottom 99% payout less than 60%, just because you lose your money so fast, and to me, it's not fun to play that way when you're just losing your money left and right. So yeah, I don't like to play. This is more of these types of tickets are more for those high roller type players out there, and that is definitely not me. Now here on this page, we are keeping track of the increases and decreases in California $2 tickets. You can see the data point for the double match ticket all the way over here on the right. You can see there was quite a bit of an increase from the last ticket to this one, so that's always good to see. You can also see that this is slightly higher than the other highest ticket that we had seen. So this is the best value that we've seen come out of California so far. Well, actually not. Now that I'm looking at the ticket, the fast doubler was a little bit higher, but it's right up there next to it. So yeah, good for California for raising the values of these $2 tickets. They still have quite a ways to go, though, to be competitive with what some of the other states are doing. So the values are all way too low. Like, I wouldn't play any of these, wouldn't recommend that you play any of these. But it is nice to see this trend line, especially from July to now, has a pretty sharp increase. So maybe the California Lottery will keep increasing these values until you get some tickets that are more competitive with what the other states are doing, which we'll see here in a minute. But if you are playing California $2 tickets for some reason, I don't recommend it, but if you are, up here in green, you see the best ticket available in every column. If you're playing for overall value, right now, the tickets that are available, this double match is the best one that you can find. If you're playing for odds, Payout would be the ticket you'd want to look at. If you're a more conservative player and you like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, this double match ticket it's not a good ticket for the average player, but it's the least harsh ticket for the average player. And then if you are more of a high roller and you like to win a little bit more money when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, last month's $200 frenzy would be one that you would want to look at. And then over here on the right, we are keeping track of top prizes as well. Now on this page, we are ranking California's $2 tickets based on overall payout. By the way, the red means that either the ticket is out of play, or whenever I don't see information on the California website, I just go ahead and mark it red because I'm assuming that the California Lottery has taken it off the market. But in white are the ones that the website currently has information for. So anyways, you can see double match here is the second best ticket we've seen come out of California. Quite a bit better than the third best. So right up there at the top. Here on this page, we are ranking based on that bottom 99% payout. So, this is the double match at the top. That's the friendliest ticket to the average player. And then it just gets worse and worse on the average player from there. Here on this page, we are comparing $2 tickets across states. We have the top 35 tickets on the screen right here, and then the Hall of Shame ticket there from New York. This double match ticket at 67% payout did make the list. It's the 31st best ticket that we've seen come out of the 6 states that we're looking for $2 tickets. So, it's kind of in the middle as far as what different states are doing. It beats New York and Texas. Not quite as good as Florida, Georgia, and Massachusetts. But what we really want to do is look up here at the top of the list, and specifically this top ticket. So Georgia, a couple months ago, had a ticket, $2 ticket that came out 75% value, which was really good for a $2 ticket. That is, where's the double match? So that's about 8 percentage points more than what California is doing on this double match ticket. And so my question is, if Georgia can put out a $2 ticket at 75% value and make plenty of money doing it, then why is California putting out $2 tickets at 67% payout? That 8 percentage points might not sound like a lot, but it really is a lot of money when you consider how much money goes into just one of these scratch games. One game could easily have 10 million tickets that make up the entire game. 10 million times the $2 price tag, that's $20 million just for one of these $2 scratch games. And 8% of 20 million is $1.6 million that the Georgia Lottery gave its players, or put into the hands of its players on this game, that the California Lottery is basically stealing from the players. I mean, the states don't publicize the payouts. They make players play in the dark. And so in my eyes, if you're hiding something, they're hiding the payouts. If you're hiding something, you're doing something at best sketchy. And so, yeah, pretty freely use that word stealing. I feel like the California Lottery is stealing money from its players because they're keeping a lot more than they need to. And so, I'd love to hear somebody from the California Lottery explain why they feel like they need to do that. But anyways, that's it for this page. On this next page, this is where we compare across states for that bottom 99% payout. Double match had a 57% payout for the bottom 99%. That was good enough for 19th place overall. So again, not a friendly, I wouldn't call this friendly, but it's, it's less harsh than a lot of the other $2 tickets that we look at on the channel. I wouldn't consider something average until you get up to the 60% mark. So, not too many $2 tickets make it up that far. Now here on this page, this just gives a little bit more context as to how low the payout is on this double match ticket. When you compare this to the $1 tickets that are coming out of Massachusetts, they're regularly coming out at 69% value. That's over 2 percentage points more than what California is doing on a $2 ticket. And in my opinion, that's completely backwards. I mean, you should never have a more expensive ticket from one state that has less value than a cheaper ticket from another state. That should never happen. I feel like California ought to be a little bit embarrassed and maybe ashamed that they are doing this to their players because, I don't know, I think scratch players deserve more respect than this. And so I definitely think California has some work to do. Here on this page, these are the top 36 tickets we've looked at on the channel so far. You don't see any $2 tickets on there. Probably never will, so you can pause that and look at it if you'd like. And then here on this page are the top 36 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. So these are the friendliest tickets to the average player. We do see a couple of $2 tickets here, so it is possible. Yeah, I mean, California lottery $2 tickets are moving in the right direction as far as value goes. It hasn't reached where it needs to, so I wouldn't be playing this ticket. I don't recommend that you play it either. I think the only way you're going to get tickets with higher values is to kind of stop playing the tickets and let the California lottery feel the pain of not making the money that they want to make, and then maybe they'll up the values a little bit. So my advice is lay off the $2 tickets for now. And yeah, look to another state's tickets. Maybe play, go on social media, find somebody from Massachusetts or Georgia that you like, and go in on some books with some states that give better payouts. But that's about it for this ticket. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.